Also, I have a lot of things to say about the behind the scenes of what is going on in Game Freak, but I'll keep it to the final stream of this game. Because it will also kind of go with my, you know, my mini review of the game. Pokemon just came out. I think it's too early to decide. No, it's not too early to decide because you already see the reviews both by players and, you know, nobody really cares about game journalists, but Japanese gamers are very vocal, and they're also upset about the state of Nintendo. Just like Legends Arceus, Legends ZA is not gonna sell that much because it's not a mainline game, no matter how much they're pushing it as one. It's not gonna sell as much, and their budget was already not that high. Oh. People will buy Pokemon regardless, yes, it's McDonald's! It's like buying McDonald's. But I do think Digimon getting like all this praise is actually something that Game Freak should like keep in mind. Because they finally have a worthy competitor. And I definitely say go and try the Digimon demo. It's just so good. Plot-wise, gameplay-wise, it's so good. And it knows what it wants to be. It doesn't try to be something it's not. And we need more games like that, you know, they know their own identity of what they want to be. They're different, they're absolutely different. But also, there is a lot of similar. I think we need to judge, like, how would I say it? It's kind of the stories of those games. Not like plot-wise, but like what they're trying to achieve. Digimon was always the underdog. It was like something Bandai had and they didn't really know how to utilize it. Hell, until Time Stranger came out, I don't think they... Like, it's hard to say if they actually still know how to utilize it. It's like this very weird creature they have and they don't know how to raise it, which is funny because we're talking about Digimon. And how you raise a creature is all that matters. While Pokemon is the thing that managed to hook so many people that they don't feel like they need to try with it anymore. Because it works. The Digimon team still needs to prove itself to get any money from Bandai to work on projects, any projects. Why in Pokemon there is apparently a lot of behind the scenes mess, which again I will talk about it later on. That they cannot move on because they have the things that block them from moving on. I wouldn't say Digimon is a Persona competitor for the simple reason that some people who work on Atlus games work on Digimon games. No, for real. People who work in Atlus also work on some projects in Bandai, specifically the Digimon projects. It's not even a competitor, it's like a step sibling. But I will say, it's weird to say because both Pokemon and Digimon sell you the idea that you need to be close to the monsters. Those monsters are your friends. They still compete in the same market. I didn't say they can't. But it's like... Digimon and Pokemon is rivalry. Digimon and Atlus games, it's like kind of a siblinghood in a way, rather than rivalry. But I'm talking more of the nature of the competition. But forget it. I think what kind of like hurts me in Pokemon is both Pokemon and Digimon talk about how strong your bond with your monsters are. Now in Digimon it was always important to have your bonds with your monsters because the way you raise your monsters dedicates its evolution. But also eventually it's very easy to you to like get what you want very early on, or at least carve a path you want for your monsters early on. But sometimes you get those like little mistakes and you get something new and you just kind of roll with it. And Digimon actually interact with you, you can speak to them. And yes, they don't really have shit ton of personality, but they all have their like own like unique dialogue options that makes it feel like they actually have a bit of personality to them. Just hope that the last Digimon game does jumpstart Digimon to make more games that are of higher budget. Amen. I still find it amazing that Bandai was so shocked that they didn't have enough physical copies that they told people ordered physical copies, pre-ordered physical copies. They sent them digital codes for the games so they can already start playing it on day one, while they're still trying to ship them physical copies. Which means they're basically giving a person 2 games. One of them is for free. This is a level of customer service I've never seen in any other company. Ever. Ever. That is beyond of a cool move. This is mind-blowing. This should be the new standard. You know, like they say, oh yeah, good games should be cheap. It's not the industry standard. No, it should be the industry standard. Games that are good and the developers take care of the community. It's not out of the question. It should be the standard, especially if it's a game that you want to keep alive for years. Your fuck up shouldn't affect the customer. Bandai's fuck up of not making enough pre-order physical copies is on them, not on the customers. So them taking the blow of giving them a free game, even though they're getting the physical copy as well, it's very, 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 in a way. I know it's weird to say it about Bandai, because they also have their own weird practices, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting them on a pedestal. Only on customer service. It's very, very, very humble of them saying, it's sorry, it's our mistake, we will send you the physical copy, have a digital copy and just start playing the game. And we will take care of the physical copy when we can ship it. This is so humble. Because on the other hand, I saw Pokemon just for some reason, for some people just started canceling pre-orders. For no explanation whatsoever. Yeah, many game companies fuck up in the budgeting department, then ask for it about that. Yeah. It's so humbling. It's such a humble, honest thing to say. We fucked up. We fucked up and we take it on ourselves, the fuck up. And even though Bandai, again, they have their own shitty... They have a lot of shitty things that they're doing. In that department, you can't really be angry at them. You can't really say anything against them. Because they could have just said, yeah, the copy is gonna be late. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's shit. Because I know other companies would be like that. They would be like, yeah, copy is late, it's shit. Get fucked. So yeah, as I said before, Digimon, it actually feels like you're trying to build a bond with them. And you eventually just psychologically build a bond with them. Because you need to invest a lot of time in them and in-game resources to get the Digimon you want. You wouldn't do it for a Digimon you don't like. In Pokemon, I think past Gen 6 or 7, I think past Gen 7, I think it was on the jump on the Switch, Pokemon started to feel more like accessories to the player, rather than something you want to build a bond with, while Pokemon still claims that it's about building bonds with your monsters. Like, the last time I felt I had a bond with my Pokemon was in Gen 5. Like, I like my Pokemon, I like my team. I give, in my head, I give them personalities. You know? But it's not the same with, like in Digimon. Like, in Gen 6, you could at least pet them and feed them. And same with Gen 7, you could, like, take care of them and, you know, healing them. Like, while you were healing them, like, you could either give them medicine or you could just go and pet them and clean them. And that also may give you the impression of, like, you're building a bond. But after that, it just, when you're bonding with the Pokemon, it just doesn't feel the same. Yeah. Like, you had it in Gen... yeah, you had, like, a form of a Poke Farm in Gen 7 with the beans. But again, it didn't... It doesn't feel the same. Like, in many Digimon games, it wasn't in Time Stranger, but in other Digimon games, you actually had a proper Digifarm, and you actually had Digimon take care of the farm. It wasn't the DS games, I remember. You actually had a farm, and I think you needed to assign Digimon to the farm, or else, like, you wouldn't have food to feed the Digimon. And they would always, the Digimon would always send you, like, little messages. And those messages, some of them were like side quests, but side quests for the Digimon themselves. Like, I remember in Digimon World DS, it was, like, very into the plotline of the anime that ran at the time. And sometimes your Digimon would send you a message and they would be like, hey, can you, like, find these character from the anime? They're here in the digital world, and ask them for an autograph for me. It's like a side mission. You don't really get anything too good for it, but you do get, I think, stronger bond with your Digimon. And it helps you kickstart the plotline, and, like, the gift for it is just, like, kinda not worth it. But the fact that your Digimon just straight up went and asked you for help, ask you for a thing to give them, it's really, 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 really cute, and there is no reason for you as a player to not do it. Even if the price is, prize is not worth it. I think Pokemon doesn't really do the bond, like, the message of bonding with your Pokemon as good as Digimon does. That's for sure. Like, I actually, like, besides the ending that was amazing, I teared up when I saw that one Goblimon I started the game with, that random Goblimon I got, and how it turned it eventually into Bacchusmon. And I actually felt the bond there. I didn't feel that strong of a bond with, like, my starters in Scarlet and Violet. I like my starter in Scarlet and Violet. I really, 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 really liked Mango. But, like, it just wasn't the same. I didn't feel like I invested in him as much as I did in that one little goblin fucker that just turned into a giant snake. And the last time I actually felt it in Pokemon was really when I played Gen 5 for the first time in high school. And I got my starter Oshawott. I called him, I even remember his name, I called him Otto. And I loved using it. I tried to use it every fight. I loved him so much. And again, it's been years since I felt it in Pokemon again. Like, you know how in every game there is like the subplot of, oh yeah, Pokemon are not tools to be used, they're our friends. But I kind of feel like they became tools as the years went by. Like, yeah, let us use our Pokemon in more ways. Not even use, give us those bonding points. Like, yeah, it's cute that we can sit in cafes with them, but we can't really interact with them. I took a look, I did a cafe for like twice because I really needed urgent healing. And did more than to bond, and like, I sit in the cafe, and the Pokemon sits there and just stares at me. Like, I don't know, it just didn't feel like we were bonding. I wish we could interact with them more. No, it really is that. It's just sitting there in an awkward silence. Like, I don't need the Pokemon to start speaking like in Digimon. You know? Like actual conversations. But can it be just like a little less awkward? Like, you're supposed to be my partner, my pet, like... Just don't stare at me like that. It really is having a bad date with your Pokemon. Like, I don't need to converse with them, but let me feed them, or like... In Gen 7 it was cute, because you had the whole kit, and you got like lots of interactions with your Pokemon. You could heal them from statuses, you could clean them, you could feed them, you could pet them, you could watch them sleep. It was small, but it was effective. It sold you the illusion that you're taking care of a living being. And this is why in those games you actually feel like you're building a bond. It's kind of what you can clean them and play ball with them, but like... it's not the same.